Good day to Dr. Suhaila and my fellow friends. Today I'm from Group 3 Brick and Cement Construction BERHAD. So today we would like to present about our rail advancement project proposal for BRUNEI. So let's go to the first slide. My name is Nitianandan. So rail transport changed into the thing in financial growth and it serves to transport matter and people. Rail transport additionally can't offer a door-to-door service and carrier due to the fact it's fare tied to a selected route only. So there are better charge and extra harms and misplaced time among loading and unloading. So let's get to know that the country we chosen. The country we chosen is Brunei. Brunei Darussalam process a colorful exhibition of rich nature and fascinating customs with a competitive respect of religions. The people enjoy plenty of benefits such as well-established state education system, free healthcare, and even a housing scheme. So dedicated to providing a citizenship with affordable homes. So Brunei Darussalam current land transport system is made up of a large network of national highway facilities like border crossing, gas station, and rest stop on land. So a network of waterway that are very important in a number of crucial areas. So other than that, a bus of network of public transportation in city between district and ports and airports that let people from other country into the country, and then local network and open space for walking and biking. So let's get to know more about transport history in Brunei. So let's see about the land transport first. So land transport is the movement of animal, people or object from one location to another earth. So something like rail transport and road transport can be considered as a two main form of land transport. So first we get to know more about road. So the network of road and motorway has a total length of 2,976 km for each of the country, 437,483 inhabitants with a correspondent to 6.80 meters. So this rank Brunei in 82 place in the world ranking. Countries with a small population in the same or large territory obviously reach different numbers here and have to connect to the transport network dissipate the small population in the remote areas. So the main form of transportation in Brunei is a network of 3,167 km of highways. The coastal highway, which goes as from southwest to the northwest and related Kuala Belait, Sungai Lian, Tuntong, and Jerone to Muara Port, is the backbone of the network. From this point, important links connecting Bandar Seri Begawan and Brunei Muara now pass to the Brunei Muara. So next we see about the rail. So Brunei is a metro state with a population just over 400,000 people only. So they are barely enough people to justify an urban railway. So the first Brunei railway was opened in 1980. So to connect the Brooklyn Colliery coal mines with the port of Muara about 2.5 km away. So this show the Brunei is a microstate that very less rail transport in Brunei. So next we move to public transport. In Brunei, the only way to get around land is by bus or taxi, but taxi are rarely seen. So the network which used to call the purple bus system but is now a color code line which is made up of a number of franchise operations that cover all the Brunei and Muara as well as local activities in Kuala Belait and Seria. So next we see about the taxi. Taxis are the minor part of the Brunei public transportation system. They are now roughly 48 private taxis operating in Bandar Seri Begawan. So due to the worldwide comparison, this fleet level is significantly global. So next we see about the walking and cycling. A limited number of bicycle routes and facility exiting across Brunei. So including several bike lanes surrounding government district cluster, and however, there is a much larger network of flat bikes around the shell town between Kuala Belait and especially towards Seria. So next we see about the water transport in the intentional movement of water over many distance. So first we see about the water taxi in Brunei. So water taxi in Brunei is a home to a large village known as a Kampung Air. So it's thanks to it because water taxi which are in the form of motorboat and ready to take travelers by rail, and it is the first attraction in the country. So next we see about the type of train we are adapt for this proposal. We adapt is MRT. So Brick and Cement Construction, the company we chosen. So the company we are. So Brick and the Cement Corporation Berhad has been adapting the rail from MRT. So it's a transit aliran deras Lebang Kelang. So as our proposal to build in Brunei. So we use the features from the MRT as a guideline for our project. MRT was introduced in the Malaysia on 16 December 2016. MRT system is a rail system which is used for transporting passenger in urban areas. It is known as by various other names such as mass transit, subway, underground railway or metro. So MRT project will not only significantly complement the existing non-compliant rail network, but it will also serve to integrate the existing rail network can be reduce heavy congestion in the KHER metropolitan area. So the new MRT system is designed to fundamentally to improve and transform the poor and ever-increasing public transport coverage of Kuala Lumpur and move the greater Kuala Lumpur metropolitan area into a developed city. So MRT system is an ability to efficiently transport many people from structures, the backbone of the city public transport system. So together with the other mode of rail transport such as light rail, LR3, and tram, monorail, and commuter trains, KTMB. So MRT doesn't provide any food service because it's a circle line. So next we see about the impact of railway system in Brunei. The impact of railway system in Brunei, the community mobility, accessibility, policy, health, tourism, and economic activity. So first, So it is very important to achieve a large positive impact when designing a railway system in some country. When we compare to other country with Brunei is still a small with a low population. So there is a big impact on the an efficiency and effective railway system that will be introduced in our project proposal. So this is a very big impact for the Brunei railway system. Is divided into 5 key areas as I mentioned earlier. So first we see about the community, mobility and accessibility. So the railway system project in Brunei will have an impact for the community. The development of this railway system project will be increased mobility. This project is focused on the mobility of people from Muara, Port Town to travel Bandar Sri Begawan. So the country capital, then next to University Brunei Darussalam, and last to Sengkurang A. So by using the MRT, the community can arrive to their destination with a short time travel. This thing that is more interesting is the railway system project proposed to build the station direct access to the Bandar Sri Begawan town and University Brunei Darussalam. So the community can easily reach many places of interest or visit tourist attraction. So next we say about the policy. What is the policy? The railway systems project in Brunei give an impact on the policy. This impact will make the ability and affordable transport service. This can be seen when the project will minimize the distance of the journey of the user, which is the line length of round trip is around 108 km only and operating speed is 45 km per hour. The railway system project will give a good impact, which is more work opportunity will be developed for the people in the region. This can improve the living standard in Brunei to be more stable. So next we see about the health. The reason why we choose MRT because the main benefit that is environmentally friendly, where it does not pollute the environment. So furthermore, this type of train operates on electrical, not then the fossil fuel, so resulting in a cleaner and energy reduced emission as compared to the traditional transportation that operates on fossil fuels. In this case, this train is able to help in reducing the percentage of the air to be polluted since the MRT does not produce not too much of smoke like the traditional trains that use charcoal to operate the system. So next we see about the tourism. Why tourism? Because tourism and transport are closely linked. So to economic activities which are used to develop the transport sector and are seen as a contribution and growth of tourism sector. So the railway track is mode of the communication that is crucial to the development of society in the social and economic sector. With transportation, it changes and people's travel habits, increase connection and accessibility and creates jobs and tourism development and so on. So next we'll see about the economic activity. Transport project can meet poverty reduction goals by providing access and improving mobility. When there is a demand, there will be a supply. So rail investment, like other transportation infrastructure investment, has the potential and have a demand effect causing and demand substitution among the competing modes and including a new travel demand. So people mostly like to use MRT service because it is very efficiency beside the facility itself. So as we already mentioned, we adopt the MRT service, which is one of the convenient transport people like to use most in Malaysia. So and it has been a very profitable to Prasarana Malaysia since the rail transportation industry in Malaysia has been privatized. So next we see about the population of Brunei. So Brunei is a small island state in Brunei, so which is divided into two separate parts surrounded by Malaysia and the South China Sea. It is known as it is beaches and biologically diverse rainforest mostly protected in reservation. So the current population of Negara Brunei Darussalam is 445 and 132,000 people. So as of Monday, May 2, 2020 and collected by a data. So demography, let's see about the demography. Brunei demography section comprise population and density and ethnicity, educational attachment, population health, economic position, religion and other factors like neighbor countries. So Brunei is a country with a predominance of Malays. So Brunei population has constantly increased since 1960s. So when it was the sole Malay state to outward of joining the Malaysian Federation in favor of remaining a British colony. So Brunei is expected to have a population of 560,000 people by 2030. So according to the new United Nations data. So next we see about the demand for train service. So based on the findings of the National Master Plan for a sustainable land transport system for Brunei Darussalam, carry out a mean of a center for strategic and political studies. So the country of MRT or LRT mission isn't always valuable because of low populace and extensive fees for mission tax. So if we assemble MRT at Brunei will be an expansional benefit for Brunei people as a few benefit. People may want to move in a likelihood from walk away from their homes to the nearest station and we are grown to be a mass healthier and safe fuel and keep money and carpooling. And other than that, we can reduce carbon emission from cars as time as people may want to, as an example, look to book while we are in the MRT. Because people don't need to strain on their own self. So if they use their MRT, so they can save more time. So next we see about the location of the terminal. So when we tell about the location, there are two ways of the location for the terminal, which is from Muara to Bandar Sri Begawan, University Brunei Darussalam and Sengkura A. And Sengkura A to University Brunei Darussalam and Bandar Sri Begawan and to Muara. So it's a round trip around Brunei.
Good day, Doctor. I am Tanjayu with matric number 270-820. Now I will continue the presentation about environmental impact assessment (EIA) for Brunei. Air pollution is any chemical, physical, or biological factors that pollute the interior or outdoor environment and change the natural property of the atmosphere. Although the fact that Brunei currently has no severe environmental pollution issue, it is recognized that good environmental management is critical in light of population expansion and economic development. The first point is haze. Haze has also been reported in Brunei. Haze is common in Brunei, particularly between May and October when the southwesterly monsoon winds are strongest. This is the last raining time of the year, and the weather is generally reasonable consistent. The second point is transportation-related emission. In the lack of sustained real industry operation in the nation, air pollution is mostly caused by automobile. Next is noise and vibration. Noise pollution is excessive sound that has negative consequences for human health, animals, and environment. Next is economic impact. Brunei position as a key transport hub in Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines. If ASEAN growth area may be considerable enhanced. The Trans-Brunei Railway, a 4,440 kilometers network that will reach across Brunei Island and link Bandar Seri Begawan with key towns in Malaysia and Indonesia. This is the project ASEAN Halal Park, an integrated project that aims to become the world's strongest manufacturing center to premium halal goods and establish several halal certificate manufacturing enterprise. Next is investment. Around the globe, the great majority of railway routes are related with mixed train operation. The same track is used by express and local passenger train as well as freight train. On the other hand, when the train with many availability run on the same track, it causes challenges in terms of network operation and maintenance. That's all for me. Thank you.
Next, I will talk about traffic impact analysis, or also known as TIE. It is a valuable tool for engineers and planners of any project to estimate the possible impact on transportation and transportation networks. Frequently, only in the region of impact and countermeasures are developed for probable harmful impacts. The TIA is being conducted with the goal of determining the suitability of present and future transportation infrastructure for more journeys in order to handle the projected construction, renovation, and rezoning operations. Important tools are available to assist public authorities in making judgments on land use planning, notably for traffic management and transportation system design. For trip generation, we generate the journey destination from Muara Station to Bandar Seri Begawan Station to University Brunei Darussalam Station, and finally to Sengkurong A Station as another alternative for the community to travel to those places. The total journey by train takes around only 54 minutes to complete, which is faster than private or public transportation such as cars, buses, or bicycles, which take longer to get to these destinations and consume more cost and energy. It may also persuade locals to utilize the railway as a quick and convenient mode of transportation to a location in the center of the city. Moving to the trip distribution, our MRT journey will be constructed from 4 points. Point A at Muara Station, point B at Bandar Seri Begawan Station, point C at University Brunei Darussalam Station, and lastly point D at Sengkurong A Station. Our project is mainly focused on people's transportation from point A to point B to point C and lastly to point D. The locals usually traveled by wheel vehicle, and Brunei only mode of land transportation is buses, and taxis have a little role in the city. There are two roads that can be used to reach Sengkurong A, which is from Muara through Lambat to Sengkurong A, and from Muara through Kapu Emantiri to Sengkurong A.
Hello and good morning, Doctor. My name is Lokaji and my material number is 27157. I will continue to present the rail track. To give us in the rail project Brunei, our company has proposed to use a double track to connect from one place to another destination, starting from Muara Station to Bandar Sengkurong Station. The track we recommend will connect 3 places and using a double track, usually involve running 1 track in each direction. Our company decided to build a railway starting from Muara Station to Sengkurong Station, and the length of route is about 108 kilometers. Next is about the narrow gauge. Next, we use narrow gauge in our rail track construction project. The size of the narrow gauge is 1,435 millimeter. Next is concrete sleeper and ballasts. Our company recommend using concrete sleeper in this case because most high-speed train in developed country like Singapore use concrete sleeper to generate. There are 3 advantages of building a concrete sleeper is that it can function more stable for train moving on it. Secondly, it is also more cost-effective and due to lower damage while operating and transporting train from one place to another place. And thirdly, it is easy to maintain the track gauge. Next is ballast system. As for ballast system, as we have seen more around delay are made for system ballast. That's it. While our company is doing real investment in Brunei, then we will bring in the track ballast system to Brunei as well. Next is the train project that our company build will participate from Muara Station to Sengkurong Station. The length of the track is about 108 kilometers. The time it will take to use the train from Muara Station to Bandar Seri Begawan Station is 25 minutes. From Bandar Seri Begawan Station to University Brunei Darussalam Station is 40 minutes. And from University Brunei Darussalam Station to Sengkurong Station is 50 minutes. The total time taken of the track is about 54 minutes. Next, there are 3 purposes our company's project. Number 1 is attract more tourists and as well for easier for university students, and because Bandar Seri Begawan is one of the big city in Brunei Sarawak, therefore people can use the rail transport that our company recommend, getting their needs in place. Next is terminal design. The terminal design is like this. The balloon route track will be attached to the staging track route and reverse direction of the track, and the 3 terminals will form a rectangle in the center of the route, and it also has rectangular therefore on both sides of the track. Next is facility of the terminal. There are two types of facilities of the terminal, which is ticket counter and train information. Next is train coach. Our company invested the best choice of train coach based on demographic and environment in Brunei. The first one is railway track, the second one is track, and the third one is track gauge. The reason why our company choose to build MRT train is it is flexible and very suitable for our focus point. Secondly is we tend to improve the living standard of the community, and thirdly is to attract more tourists, in turn increase economic growth in the area, and fourth is ensure the passenger achieve a satisfaction of our service, and the last but not least is it is more efficient, and the time taken to reach the destination is can also be reduced. There are 10 facilities in our railway project. First one is SITI, second is luggage rate, and third one is RAM and wheelchair accessible. Number 4 is emergency intercom. Number 5 is air conditioner. Number 6 is free Wi-Fi. Number 7 is power outlet. Number 8 is CCTV. Number 9 is LCD monitor, and number 10 is auto door button. That's all for me.
So the motive power for the train that our company designed is electrical power as the primary source of energy to ensure that coach arrive at their destination. In other situations such as a sudden loss of electricity, it can be alternative motive power, which is solar energy. Electric power has a more positive environmental that effect than negative one. Next is Petrograph. A pantograph, a single pantograph due to the train's lighter weight and capacity to accommodate light transportation. Plus, traction power system. The primary function of a traction subtraction is to convert and control electrical energy that completing the convergence between a single phase traction network and a three-phase power system and transforming voltage. For train operation management, the signaling system is the most important component of the safety, and movement depend on the signaling system. Our organization has been creating a safety management system. This system is used to manage the safety strategy for railway tracks such as CCTV and wheelchair and others. Plus, human resource management is the industry's most vital component. This element includes the employee that will be hired by our company to work in the organization. Last but not least, information management is the process of gathering information from multiple sources and communicating it to passengers. In the railway industry, organization will place a premium on information management. Information management includes both physical and electronic data.
In a nutshell, the MRT project in Brunei can help to develop remote areas and indirectly boost their economic growth. We sincerely hope that this project can be a success for the progress and convenience of the people in the targeted areas. Thank you.